Hey there guys, it's Liz here. I decided to do an impromptu training talking to you guys about how you can really navigate through this mindless eating, stress eating, or boredom eating that can happen in everyday life as well, but it's so prevalent right now during quarantine. I have so many clients that are like, this is really hard for me. I am stress eating. And so of course we end up going to food either because we're bored, we need something to do, or because eating specific foods is going to trigger certain neurotransmitters to be released in the brain. We get those endorphins released. And so it's going to help us to feel less stressed or feel better, like temporarily, right? We know that it's a temporary thing. But I wanted to give you guys a couple tips while we were on here. I want to go over some of the snacks that are my go-tos that I keep in the house. This is one of them. And then just some of the other things that you want to think about incorporating that could help to cut some of these cravings, that could be healthier alternatives for you. And then, on top of all this, if you guys are joining me for my 7-day reset starting this Monday, it's actually 50% off during this time for new members coming in, because I want to help you guys out as much as possible. But we're going to be going into all this stuff in super detail. We're going to be going over immune support, tips and tricks. We're going to go over de-stress protocols, talking about different types of, meditation or breath work approaches to drastically change your state within 5 minutes when you're stressed. So we're going to be going over a lot of good stuff. But before I go over this stuff here, I will tell you that a lot of the stuff that I'm giving you tips on right now, you can actually find in my Combat Cravings Guide if you guys haven't gotten that before. But it's a free guide, it's a free download. And if you don't have that, just put a 1 in the comments and I'm more than happy to send that on over to you, tell you where to find that, because it has all this written down for you and it has good, healthy swaps and alternatives. So what some of my go-to snacks are, where it's like if you just want something to pick at type thing, because I really try and do whole meals as much as possible. But these are actually 2 of my favorite like chip alternatives for those of you guys that are chip people. So the Banana plantain chips, I get them at giant food stores if you guys have them near you, but they are found at a lot of other food stores. They're not quite carried at Target's, I think, yet. I haven't seen them there, but these are. So Siete chips. Siete actually makes a really good amount of gluten-free stuff as well. And so they're grain-free tortilla chips. So if you're a guac person, chips and salsa, this is actually a really good alternative to like Tostitos or something along those lines, right? So these are just 2 options that I have here. Or honestly, my sweet potato avocado brownies, I'm going to be making right after this for the 3rd time this month. So you could get fun with recipes, or like my no-bake coconut cookie balls. Those were something that I did. So if you guys didn't see either of those recipes, those are on my feed too. So either doing healthier snacks like that versus bringing in the Doritos or the popcorn. Boom Chicka Pop used to literally be like that was my vice. Like I had to stop bringing it in the house because I would always demolish the whole bag. So you want to start to ask yourself, as you're trying to stock up on non-perishables or, bring in certain snacks. I know everybody has different foods that are available to them. So I absolutely respect that. Different grocery stores have different stocks of certain products available. So you do the best you can. But I always need to play devil's advocate and implore you to think about, are you grabbing things that are comfort food, or are you grabbing the best options available to you when it comes to these snacks? Because, you can easily kind of like fib to yourself and say, oh, well, Doritos are non-perishable, or the popcorn's non-perishable, or this or that, when you could have, if you know about them, healthier alternatives where it's not going to be as toxic to your body as if you would demolish a whole bag of Doritos. So it's just things to think about there. In addition to hopefully being able to, get some produce, get some fruits and vegetables, and, have some in the fridge, but put some in the freezer if you have it available to you. Of course, it's a good way to be able to stock up on that and pull it out as you need it. But as far as some of those other, munchy snacks, those are some of my favorites. But think to yourself, if you're having trouble not giving in to, the Oreos and other things in your house, like, why are you allowing it to come in the first place? And we talk about some of that stuff and some of the more non-popular topics like that and conversations to be had. We do that in the 7-day reset because it really helps people to understand where, they don't have boundaries that they need to have in order to be able to get to their health or wellness goal, right? But I understand during this pandemic, it can be a little bit of a different situation for people. But just be honest with yourself about which snacks you need to bring versus which other healthier alternatives you could have in the house, because you'll eat what's there. You'll eat what's there. But as far as those better food options, that was something I wanted to share with you. If you feel like you're constantly picking, constantly eating, making sure you're drinking enough water, love doing good seltzer waters, good carbonated beverages, flavored waters. I actually typically don't do like canned sparkling waters anymore because I love Sweet Leaf has a product called like their water drops or their sweet drops. And so I love using their stevia drops, and I'll put it in plain water, or I will just go and get mineral water and drop it in there, like carbonated, plain carbonated or club soda, and put it in there myself. It ends up being a lot cheaper, and then it's not in a can, right? So, but regardless, if you want to get, this or bubbly or Zevia, those can be good alternatives. If you are somebody that's maybe craving salt, maybe just think about salting your meal instead of going to these salty foods. Sometimes it's a matter of you're going through more of a stressful time, your body's burning through more electrolytes, and salt is one of those. So don't be afraid to take your, pink sea salt or, your Himalayan sea salt, your Celtic sea salt, and go and put some more of it on your food. It's not the same as table salt. And yeah, you can always overdo it, but honestly, you don't need as much when it comes to those more pure salts. And that's what I do with a lot of my meals. And then I'm not as likely to go to these other salty snacks. If you're somebody that's craving sweets, like I said, either do more of a sweetened carbonated beverage here that's hopefully sweetened with stevia or natural flavors for some of them. But I honestly love making protein shakes that are tailored towards whatever I'm craving. So if I'm craving more of like sweet, like fruit, I'll add more berries in there. Or sometimes it's just a matter of adding more stevia drops, sweet drops to my shake, using a really good protein powder and, just adding in stevia as necessary. That can cut my sweet craving. And it's still volume within all that liquid that you're consuming in that shake that's going to fill your stomach and help fill you up. So that's a good alternative. What else do I have here? If you're able to still go outside and have the freedom to be able to go and just take a brief walk, doing that, sitting outside, just getting the sunlight makes a huge difference. And doing your best, even though I know it's a stressful time right now, guys, getting the sleep that you need. Because when your sleep is off, all your hormones are out of whack. Your ghrelin and your leptin levels, so your appetite stimulating and appetite suppressing hormones, will be totally screwed up. And so the better you can get sleep down and solid, the better the rest of your day and your body's function and your immune system and everything is going to be. So I know that everyone eats for different reasons, whether it's mindless, whether it's boredom, whether it's because you're stress eating. A lot of times I'm not stress eating, I would be stress not eating. It depends on the person, right? But either way, making sure that when you are eating, especially during a time when you're being at risk to being exposed to a virus, you need to eat to support your immune system. You need to eat in order to give your body the nutrients that it needs, the support that it needs. And 70% of your immune system is stemming from your gut. So if you keep eating the crap, it's not gonna help you fight off the virus that you're probably stressing about right now. Okay, so there's a ton of different ways to be able to go about this. But again, if you didn't get my Combat Cravings Guide, put a 1 in the comments. I will get that to you and take all these other tips into account to hopefully have stuff on hand that will be able to help you push through this. I love you. I'm praying for you. Everybody out there is in my thoughts. We will make it through this without killing everybody in our household. And if you work on consuming the right things, you're not going to have to worry about your health being compromised by the end of this either, hopefully. So, love you guys and have a blessed weekend.